Yo, guys, I don't know why I'm not streaming 1080. I normally stream 1080 and I don't understand why it's now 720. Can anyone shed any light with Streamlabs? Trying to get in touch with Mike. What's going on, guys, anyway? Some reason. Yeah, there's too many. There's loads of awesome people in here. I know, I don't understand why it's not streaming at 1080. It should be streaming at 1080, but I don't get why it's not. Is there anything that I can do? Stream settings. Driver's room. Is the update on the graphics card? Nah, update graphics card's updated, man. Everything's updated. Don't understand why. Let me check the updates. Yeah, everything's all good. Ah, shit, man. I'm not happy about that. I'm not happy about that. Right, listen, we'll just get, forgive me for that, guys. I don't understand why that's happening. Yeah, I know, full screen. I know. Don't worry. What's going on, all people that have been in? Yeah, we blame Mike. Can't get in touch with Mike, so that's unfortunate for us. I don't understand why it's not happening. Ah, why? Anything in Streamlabs? Can I do anything in Streamlabs? Advanced? Is there anything that I can do on there? Man, I don't know. I don't understand. It is just one of those days, yeah? Alright, let's just have a conversation, guys. Let's get straight to it because pretty much updated you earlier on. Alright, I'm gonna have a conversation about what has happened today. Alright? So, mad respect to everybody that's come through. Thank you for passing through earlier on. But we're going to get this. I'll get this straight. I ain't going to go into too much detail on the stream because 720. I mean, some people, you know, ideally it has to be 1080, man. I don't understand why it's not. But we'll sort that out. We'll sort that out another time. I won't keep you guys too long on such low quality. All right, then. Cool. Is everyone all good anyways? All right. System hack. Blaming me, yeah? And default canvas size. All right, and cool. But what does that mean? I need to get this shit down. I need to understand. Yeah, it's my third live today. Yeah, it's been a busy day today. That's why I'm going to get an early night again. All right, so that I can just focus tomorrow. It's going to be a very interesting day. A very interesting day. Stream health is looking decent. Everything's all good. I'm not happy at the fact that we don't have the 1080p. That's really cheesed me off. Have I tried smacking it? This guy. Okay, then. Cool. No, that's not working in that respect. Okay, I'll come off that. Live stream. All right, cool. Let's just have a conversation, guys, and let's deal with what we've got right here. Okay, might be easy for people that are actually you're always watching 720. We'll see how it goes off. Okay, then. Cool. All right, then. So the topic of conversation today, guys. All right, we need to understand something. Okay, tell if I want to download MT4, I need to register live account on IC. Paradis, listen, if you are looking to register an account with IC Markets, make it a live account. You don't have to deposit anything. All right, that's only if you want to start trading Bitcoin and Ethereum and what have you. But get a live account because then you're going to get the right price feeds. Because on demo accounts, you don't really see the spread. You know, you're getting delays in price. It's designed to just help you try out the platform. All right, they always want you to want to trade. So the real account is ideal. You don't have to deposit into the account, but only if you're going to start trading on that platform. Okay. So here we go. Let's have a conversation. Today, all day with the Patreons, I've been waiting for the retrace back down to the 50 EMA. All right. It has been a frustrating thing. Now, let me clarify something. All right. The foundation of the strategy relies on price coming back to the 50. Why? Because when it does come back to the 50, it means the market makers are building more positions. They're accumulating. When price comes back to the 50 and bounces away from it, you see a valid move. All right. It's not wishy-washy. There's no question that it's going to fail as such. You're improving the probability of things coming in your favor. All right. So let's look at this. If you see price rising up and then price pulls back and then continues back up, this zone right here, okay, is what tells us that the market makers are favoring higher prices because they start building their positions. They don't allow price to go any lower. And then vector candles start to appear as price starts to come up towards this zone. And then it breaks out and moves forward from that point. All right. Now, when it doesn't come back to the 50 and it starts to consolidate, right, and it holds in this zone, okay, you are effectively setting yourself up for a mediocre continuation to the upside. All right. They always have to bring price back to the 50. Okay. If it stays away from the 50 and continues higher, like you can see from here, look, these nice strong pushes up, happy days. When it starts doing this, consolidating, rising up, happy days. It's when it starts doing this, all right, and it doesn't come back to the 50. Granted, if it doesn't hit the 50 and then it still continues higher, you know that the move might not last that long until it actually comes back and tests the 50. Now, Ethereum did this, okay? If we look back in Ethereum, all right, where are we at with Ethereum? Got all these lines that I've got on Ethereum, man, all these patterns. Okay, so look, when Ethereum was making her move upwards, all right, there were so many instances that she wasn't coming back to the 50, but it was showing strength. Look, up, came down towards it, didn't touch it, came up, came back, came up, came back, came up, came back down, didn't touch it, came up again. All right, but this move was motivated by a lot of the information that was coming out with Ethereum. All right, so the strength was there. All right, but I can imagine that some people were quite reluctant to take trades because if you were sticking to the system, you would have understood that price needed to come back and hit the 50. But looking over to Bitcoin, all right, she did come back eventually to the 50, tapped it and pulled straight away from it, which is what we're witnessing right now. All right. Now, there are so many things that were coming into play with Bitcoin today. It's very important that they've been holding this zone. Now, we've been anticipating a rise, level 3 rise. So we're waiting for level 2 to be confirmed to break out and continue to form level 3. All right. Level 2 starts here. All right. And it ends here. All right. It ends at the retrace. Okay. It ends here and level 3 starts from this point. All right. Level 2 is confirmed when price continues up away from the zone. All right. This is what we're anticipating. The two red vector candles that have appeared at the 50 EMA, but price, remember what I said earlier on in the stream, okay? And to the patrons that we did the private stream as well. If they try to bring price back towards the daily open before the day's end, that is a strong sign. Look what they did. They brought price back up, but it came back lower, closed lower. Now the next candle here is now going to be looking to try and recover this red vector candle. We have had an influx of news coming out today, so a lot of this has been stimulated by that, but pay attention to the fact that price has not broken the 50 EMA with the red vector candle. All right, if you go back in the streams, you'll understand this. All right, you will understand the importance of the fact that the 50 EMA has not been broken with the vector candle, because ideally what you want to see is you want to see the red vector candle break below the 50 to convince you to convict that they do favor lower prices. But look at the RSI. Yeah, it came down. So this area, this candle right here, if I just bring it down for you, This area here is mimicked right here. Okay. Price came down and it didn't go any further below the volatility band. All right. So that's good news for us, because as it was zoning in this area here, the price came out the volatility band and came back in. But as this big red vector candle came down, it didn't break the 50, and the RSI was not breaking the lower boundaries of the volatility band. So that tells me that the market makers didn't really favor lower prices or a continuation of lower prices, because they moved price back down to the 50. This is a clean test of the 50 EMA. Look at how close they got to the 50. Didn't even touch it, but it's very close towards it. That's a valid test to me. All right. Yo, Mike, listen, for some reason, the stream isn't showing up as 1080p. I never do anything to change the stream settings, bro. What's going on, man? Everyone's kicking off, man. No one's happy about that. Blame Mike. Come on. Hashtag blame Mike. This is your last stream, bro, but just make sure you fix it before you go. Yeah, I'm going to have to sort that out, bro. So, yeah. Quite, Mr. D, listen. You use this platform in conjunction with Binance. So you have Binance on one side and then you have MT4 on the other. I make all my decisions based off MT4. You know, some guys do it differently. Some guys use TradingView if you can't use MT4. But I know in the Discord there is a live stream of the actual MT4 platform, which you can use as guidance. There you go. Blame Mike, blame Mike, blame Mike. I didn't know. No one really mentioned anything about the 1080p, but right now it's 720, so I don't really want that. It's true, Hairy Bumchin. It's very true. Blame Tino. Without Mike, it would be 240. That is so true, man. All right, then. So let's have this conversation. So we've established 50 EMA and its importance. All right. But there's something that I need to discuss with you guys. All right. This strategy is all about short-term day trading. Okay. If you're a patron, you will witness the short-term scalps that I make. And I make them in conjunction with what is happening on the bigger picture. And when I say bigger picture, I mean the 1 hour, the 15-minute, and the 5-minute. I use the 1 hour time frame as if a swing trader would use the daily time frame. Right. Because my position is going to be, I'm going to be in and out of my position way beforehand anything happens. I wouldn't have got caught up in all of this madness here. Would have been looking for shorts in and around this zone. And I'll explain why now. So look at the 5-minute time frame. This concept that I'm going to discuss right now is going to help you guys determine whether or not you are a scalper or a swing trader. And it's going to make sense, because if you can't identify what type of trader you are and stick to it, you are going to be in that continuous vortex of trying to determine where you are with your trading. You're going to be fighting. Are you a scalper? Are you going to be placing trades as a scalper and holding them as a swing trader? Or are you going to be a swing trader and then close your trade and change direction because you just don't think that it's going to be moving in the longer term in your favor? You need to establish the kind of trading style that you are going to be set with. You know, you have to consider your personality. What kind of person are you? Are you impulsive? Do you make quick decisions? You're a scalper. Or if you're more conservative, are you reserved? Have you got patience? You are a swing trader. That's not to say that you know, if you don't have patience, you need to be a scalper. Okay. Scalpers need the utmost patience, but they have to be impulsive with the decisions. They can't mess around because they know that if they miss the opportunity, the actual trade they want to take is dead. All right. You need to establish your trading style. So let's discuss. Now, I hate doing this, but I have to explain this in hindsight. All right. I only like to talk about the hard right. All right. That's all I care about. I'm only interested in the hard right of the chart. That's where we work. We work on projections. We want to see price continue up to the upside. All the red vector candles that you've seen on the 1 hour time frame will slowly look to be recovered if their intention is to hold price in and around this zone. Okay, the confirmations would be a break above the 50 EMA and the 200 EMA on the 5-minute time frame. Okay, looking on the 15-minute time frame, you need to see that thing just there. Price breaking up. Praetorian, what you doing, bro, man? Thank you very much. You need to wait for price to break above the 50 and continue from that point. You need to see the 13 EMA break above the 50 on the 15-minute and, more importantly, on the hourly. Because right now, sorry, the 13-minute time, the 13 EMA is above the 50 EMA, but you want price to go above the 13 EMA for a continuation to the upside. Because we will see the recovery of these red vectors, all right? You can't sell off at this zone right here and not go any lower, all right? So you're going to see slowly price coming upwards, okay? You're going to see price slowly drifting upwards. Sydney's coming into play pre-market, so we should see price reversing back up. If price does reverse back up, this will solidify this zone. This will confirm to me that the market makers are favoring prices to go higher because they are holding at the 40K zone. All right. Do you guys remember when Ethereum was at 1800, how she kept on tapping that zone? She kept tapping it, pulling away. And then when she broke through it, she went on to make massive gains. This is exactly where we are right now with Bitcoin and the 40K mark. All right. So, with the anticipation of the red vector candle to be recovered, okay, price can do this. It can come up, take out yesterday's daily open, which will be important because it was such a strong zone of support. Price kept on coming back towards it. It was a magnet. Price now is trading away from the daily open for today's session. All right. Price needs to go above the 13 EMA. In order for us to confirm that they're going to work towards this zone, price needs to go above the 800 EMA, which is this blue line right here. That's what we're waiting for. Okay? Now listen. Going back to this position right here, playing this big vector candle here. This is going to help you understand your ability as a trader. Now, there are so many instances that you could have got into this trade. All right? So many things were showing you favor to go to the upside. Looking at the 5-minute time frame. All right. So the first one was, you could see a little W formation down here, 3 pins to the low. New York reversal. Look what you can see for the New York reversal. Notable volume comes down below the 40K mark, spikes the low, and finishes higher as a notable candle. That tells you that they do favor higher prices because the vector candle was used to trigger shorts at the lower prices, recover some of the green vector, and move back up. Okay? Look at the RSI. Look. W formation, RSI outside the volatility band, back inside the volatility band. The move started to go weaker to the downside. It meant that they wanted to keep price above. All right? RSI crosses over the market signal, makes its way to the market base, crosses over and makes its way towards the upper volatility band. All right? Now, where could you have entered? Well, first entry, you could have taken an advanced entry. So that could have been at the simple break above the 50 EMA and close above it. Happy days. Your drawdown at maximum would have been pretty much 0. Okay? Well, actually, this candle right here would have been your drawdown and this one here too. But if you were to simply trade on price closing above the 50 EMA on the 5-minute time frame, you would have made your entry right here. You could have made an entry here at confirmation of price closing above the 200 EMA. You could have made another entry here, price closing above the 13 and the 5. You could have taken this stopping volume candle right here, okay? And the reason why you would have been able to make these entries because you would have been riding the retrace of this vector candle. So at least up and towards this vector candle, you could have made entries up into that point. Where else could you have made an entry? You could have made an entry on the rise, retrace, continuation up, taking out the Brinks box, okay? The UK high. And you could have entered here. You could have entered on this green vector. You could have even entered as this vector candle was forming in anticipation to hit yesterday's high, which is this purple candle, this purple zone right here. All right. When could you have exited? Simple. The moment price taps the 5 EMA. It's a wide move to the upside. Look at the RSI. Price coming outside the volatility band. The moment it comes out outside the volatility band, guys, it needs to come back down into the volatility to bring price back into the fray. So the moment it breaks the volatility band and comes down below the market signal, you've got your exit. Look where it ends up. Price coming down towards the 5 EMA. Excuse me. All right. And then you could have just repeated the process. Go short, drop, 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 drop. You get the idea. Okay. The mistake that people are making is they think that when they see this big vector here, it means that Bitcoin now is going to continue higher. You always wait for the confirmation candle after the big vector candle. Always wait for it. I've said it many a times. This is not a confirmation candle. Why? It pins the high and comes back down and doesn't go anywhere else. Okay? Stop, hunt, rise, drop. Okay? Do you understand what I'm talking about now with the knowledge of... If you come to the game with a concise conviction that you are a scalper or a swing trader, okay, you need to make yourself adaptable to that trading style and don't come away from it. All right? Had a conversation with a gentleman who said that he managed to show 10 consistent profits, 10 consistent trades that were all profitable as a scalper. He tried to do some swing trading and it only ended up breaking even. Stick to what you know. If you can capitalize on scalping 10 trades in a row, profitable, happy days. Because this is what it is. A swing trader, okay, he's going to make an entry and he's going to ride price from, here's an example. A swing trader would say, let's say a swing trader was going to get in from this point here. Let's hypothetically assume that. He's going to get in here and he's going to close his position up here, for example. All right. And that's in one trade. So he earns himself X amount of pips to the upside. So 34,586. All right. Which in all honesty is there's loads of pips. But when you're trading on this platform and they're allocating it in pips, it's going to be pretty much the same in the value of the accumulation of points as such. Okay. But what I'm trying to get at is this. A scalper, if it takes a swing trader this journey to earn himself £500, all right, in one trade, a scalper can achieve that in 20 trades or 50 trades, depending on what his denominations are per point. What I'm saying is if you can maintain consistency as a scalper, stay a scalper. There's no glory in being able... There's nothing wrong in trying to diversify your ability as a trader. You know, if you want to try scalping for a bit and then swing trading, you have to have one way that you are masterful at. You have to master one way. Then, once you've mastered that one way, come back and then say, you know what, I fancy trying some scalping. Or sorry, I fancy trying some swing trading. Or I fancy trying, you know, to build positions, you know, do a position play. You have to get your bread and butter established, get the bread and butter trades, start being consistent with those, and then start adventuring out into various ways of trading. All right? If you've managed to turn £1,000 all the way up to £5,000 scalping, all right, you then start coming into swing trading, you're going to start maintaining the mentality of a swing trader, and that means you're going to be holding positions for longer. That means you could be sitting in losses for a while, which as a scalper, you wouldn't be exposing yourself to that. A scalper can come into the market, trade for 2 hours and leave and make the same money that a swing trader would make if he was holding a position for 2 days, because that can happen. A swing trader can make an entry, price can go against him, he's waiting for 3-4 days for it to come back to his break-even point, and he doesn't close it, and then it comes away from his break-even, then it goes in his favor, and when it goes in his favor, he ends up closing it because he's exhausted from holding the trade for so long and not seeing a return on it. In those 3 days, do you understand what a scalper can do? There are days where I can place easy 150, 200 trades in a day. That's easily done. All right? Takes me what? Probably less than an hour to do 50 trades. Easy. Because I'm in, out, no questions, no commitment. If it's not in my favor, I'm out. If it's in my favor, get my money and go. All right? Don't make, if you're a trader and if you're a scalper, stick to scalping. Don't place a scalp and hold it as a swing trader. Don't be a swing trader and then turn into a holder. Okay? It doesn't work. Set your trading, set the approach and stick with it. All right? Because it's two different mindsets, man. Granted, you could be in a scalp and price works in your favor and you hold it for a little while. That's fine to do that. But as long as you're maintaining the mindset of a scalper that you know at a moment's notice it can go against you, you're going to save a lot of money, man, and you're going to make a ton of it at the same time. Okay? Why can't you be both? You have to understand, my friend. A lot of people that are coming into this stream are new to trading. All right? If you've been in the game long enough to be able to do both, only your trading ability will allow you to do that. Here's an example. Excuse me. So I'm a scalper. All right? I've been scalping a long time. But my dollar yen trade, I've been holding this since the 14th of June. Well, since yesterday. Okay? So that I'm a scalper though. But I'm swing trading right here. Yeah? Because I know I've been experienced both variations of trading styles. I know that as a scalper, I'm going to behave one way. As a swing trader, I'm going to behave another way. All right? So there is no reason why you can't do both. But at entry level, the majority of people that are coming into this stream are at the position where they're trying to establish what kind of trader they are. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, guys. All right? I'm not trying to tell you what to do. What I'm trying to do is help you focus on one way of trading, explore that, master it, and then when you're ready yourself, you will start trying. Trying to be both and multiple counts for both styles. Let's get you consistently profitable first before we can dive into actually looking at doing different things on different accounts. Establish proficiency in being able to take money out of the market as opposed to finding and opening loads of accounts and trying various ways of trading and not making any money from anything. Yeah? This is what I'm trying to get across to you guys. All right? Once you've established your trading style, stick with it. All right? Stop watching what other guys are doing. All right? So what if my guys are making tons of money? So what if he held the trade 2 days and it's gone up, 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 and up for him? All right? Irrelevant. Because you're not going to turn to my guy and ask him what entry you're going to take. He ain't going to tell you. You've only got yourself to be responsible for everything that you're doing in this game, man. Find your way. All right? Scalping is one of the most difficult things in trading. Anyone in the trading world will tell you to stay away from scalping. The basis of my trading understanding is from looking at the 1 minute time frame. Why? Because we understand that the market makers can't simply just throw big lumps of money in one instance. They have to build their position. They can't all do it at once. It has to be done slowly but surely. And that's why you start on the 1 minute time frame. Every minute, it helps. It makes sense. PC Shed will say testament to it. He will understand and he knows exactly what I'm talking about. All right? So, I just wanted to get that across to you guys. So important. You establish your trading approach. There's nothing wrong in doing it different ways, loads of accounts. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is you need to understand your ability. Where do you excel? All right? Cool. Are we happy with that? There you go. Up 14k in 6 weeks scalping. Serious numbers there, bro. Irrelevant if you lost it or not. All right? I know the reason why I've got all the lines is because they are important zones in the chart, guys. I can get rid of them. Here we go. We'll start looking at these lines right here. Or we can look at this. Whoa, sorry. Where's my chart? All right, so these are the projection points. I'm going to delete these. I'll make these charts here. Get rid of those. We'll start working off this chart because it seems like people like the clean charts. Fair enough. Okay then, cool. So, where we at? No, I don't want that one. I'm going to get rid of this green line here. Why is that green line there? Get rid of that. Get rid of this M pattern. Don't need that now. Just tidying up the chart, guys. Actually, I know what the problem is. M candles. Delete that. Happy days. Cleans up the chart just a little bit. Actually, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to get rid of those Asian session lines because they are taking the piss a little bit. Work time. Midline color. I'm going to make that very faint grey. That should take things, make life easier. There we go. That should clear things up a little bit. Okay, cool. Funny, Brett. All right, then, cool. Listen. So, Bitcoin, right now, 1 hour time frame. What do we know? This is the 40K mark. It's very symbolic right now because they're holding the zone. It's come back down to the 50, and now it looks like it wants to come back and recover this vector candle. You can see it spiking up and down, but we are near enough in the Sydney session pre-market, so we're going to see if they're going to absorb these orders. We are still in level 2, guys. This fake move by a move up to the upside and then drop back down still keeps price in a valid level 2. Okay, level 2 will only be invalidated, all right, if price comes all the way back down towards the level 1 consolidation, which is down at the psychological low. All right, if it breaks this zone, the level 2 is then invalidated and reset. We've now got a new pattern that we can look for. However, the peak formation will still be valid. This will still be valid. Price needs to come all the way back down to this point right here at the 30K mark, 30,967, and go lower to invalidate the whole cycle. We are now coming in towards the Wednesday midweek reversal. Where is the reversal? Well, this is what we're waiting for. Is the reversal to the upside or to the downside? Is the reversal going to come in the form of price coming back down to the 50, reversing back up? Or is the reversal going to be triggered once price comes back up and takes all these high vector candles, comes into the liquidity pool, hits the 42 mark, and then makes the trade lower? Okay? The sheer fact is all this news that came out today about Bitcoin, whether it was favorable or not, price has still stayed in the 40K zone. That is telling me something. All right? It's telling me that they're holding price above the 40 zone. Slowly now, price is recovering the red vector candle. How many of you are new to the stream? How many are new to the stream right now? No one has ever passed through this stream before. How many of you are brand new? Robert, that's funny. Yes, that's what I said, Lewis. Price does need to go below level 1 to invalidate level 2. But if it goes below level 1 and takes out the peak formation, then it invalidates the whole thing. Yeah. Okay, you're new. Type 1 if you're new. New. Okay, then, cool. No worries. That's awesome. Nah, I ain't gonna go and roll no jumper story. I ain't gonna do that to you guys. What stream sit free? Okay, cool, wonderful. All right, so thank you for coming through, guys. All right, if you are new, then just sit tight. All right? Just sit tight because there's a lot of information to take in. You're going to understand why the red vector candle right now is going to be recovered by these candles right now. We may see a little bit of a stall at the 50, at the 800 EMA. I'm currently in a long in Bitcoin, as you can see right now. I'm riding the vector candle to the upside. Took my entry earlier on. Okay. And we're just going to wait and see how this pans out. I'm riding the vector. Okay. But what I need you to understand is this. All right. This strategy does challenge conventional wisdom of trading. Now, there are hundreds of ways to trade, guys. You know, this strategy can give you at least a minimum of 85% success rate. All right. If you want to start taking other aspects of other trading strategies, okay, and trying to apply it, well, here's one bit of advice. Master the success of maintaining 85% and then try and bring something else to increase your edge ever so slightly. Because increasing your edge towards the closer out the realms of 100%, which you cannot achieve, not every trade is successful. You cannot consistently be 100% every single day, because if you were, you would be a trillionaire by now. But what I'm saying to you, this strategy gives you 85% of the battle consistently, right? And takes away a lot of the pressure of trying to find a strategy that can give you those sort of returns. All right? When applied optimally and when you understand the concepts discussed, you can maintain an 85% win rate. If you want to go and download exo charts, you want to go and get order flow, you want to go and get this chart, that chart, applying fibs, applying triangles, apply whatever you want, the increase of percentage is smaller, okay? But before you start doing that, try and master the 85%, okay? Don't confuse yourself and get caught up in trying to apply more percentage increase, because you're not, well, the maximum you're going to get, what is 90%, 92, 93? Consistently, that is. All right? Find a strategy. If you can hit 85% consistently, there or thereabouts, 80 to 85, you are going to be sitting well, my friend. You are going to be not on cake. You ain't going to be on cheese. You're going to be chewing bars of gold. All right? I'm serious. Don't confuse yourself thinking that there is another way that you can actually get it to 100%, because you can't. That's holy grail shit. It's not happening. This strategy is perfect for scalping. It's perfect for swing trading. It's perfect for position trading. Why? Because there will always be vector candles. All right? That's what it is. Do I have a target profit? No. I'll tell you why I don't have a target profit, because I always used to try and maintain a target profit, all right? And price would go so close to it and then it will reverse away from it. And what I would allow, if I had taken my profit without sticking to the actual target profit that was set in price. So for example, here we go. The amount of times, right, that I've taken, look at this. If I take this, actually you can't see it, hold on. Let me just go onto, this chart. No, let me go right. Actually, what have I done here? Yeah, okay, look, check this out. Say I place an order here, okay? Let's say, for example, that this is a target profit point. All right, hold on. I'll move it down. Say that's a target profit right there, okay? Whoa, chat is blowing up. PC Shed, what's going on, my friend? Right. Look at this. See that there? If I was to enter long here and wait for my target profit to hit, if I was sat witnessing this green vector candle coming into play, I would have said to myself, yeah, I'm going to sit tight. This is going to hit. This is going to completely hit my target profit point. I'm going to sit tight and wait. I'm not going to pay attention to it because it's going to hit. Look at how close you were to hitting a nice profit. But because you left your target profit to sit in and you were waiting for it to hit, look what happened. Price completely reversed and took out all the gains that you lost. I will never put a target profit in place. I will take the money that I think is worth taking at that point in time. All right. I like the idea of paying myself. Plus, with the confluences of candlesticks coming up, and you've got the RSIs, you've got notable volume coming in, is price above a key notable area and what have you. That's where I'm going to take my profit. I'm not going to allow a hard profit zone to be hit, because the amount of times price has done this to me and it's frustrated the hell out of me, I won't do it anymore. Yeah. So, and if anybody is new and you want to understand what a vector candle is and what have you, all right, forgive me if when I do these streams and I'm ignorant to the fact that I think everybody here is understanding of the strategy. So that's why I always address how many people are new to the stream. If you want to have an understanding of what these candles are about, just go and watch the last 3-4 streams, because I go into detail on what they are. If you really want the context and you really want to understand this strategy, start from the beginning. Pinned to the chat right now, there is a projections channel. Okay, go and watch the projections channel, because I use within 8 to 10 minute videos. I discuss all the concepts and make projections based on what price is going to do later on in the day. I do everything all before the London Open or during the London Brinks box. If you want to understand what the Brinks box is, just go watch the last couple of streams, last 3-4 streams. Ideally, I'll tell you what you should do. Start with the stream from this Sunday gone. Watch the streams from last Sunday and go watch them all the way up until this point, and you'll have a little bit of an understanding on what to expect from future streams. All right, if you want to understand the context, go back into the playlists, start from the beginning. All right, because 5 millionaires have been created from this strategy, guys. That's no BS. 5 millionaires. Some started with £1,000, some started with 8, some started with 2, one started with 100k. All right, another started with a small amount as well. But 5 millionaires have been created from this strategy. I've got a goal to make 100. Okay? It can be done. It's all there for you. These people have come from various backgrounds. Some of them have never traded in their life, but they understood it. Some of them have sat through over 900 hours worth of streams. Okay? So some have the ability, some don't. Some have got the flexibility to sit through the streams, some don't. Okay, this is why I'm doing the projections channel, where it's short videos talking about the strategy in real time and helping you understand projections. Okay? Yeah. Stream is vocal porn. I'm starting mine. 1 million to go. Okay then, cool. So right now, price is now coming back up in for Bitcoin. Let's have a look at Ethereum. So Ethereum has pretty much recovered the red vector candle as we are anticipating it to do. Here we go. Nice recovery of the red vector candle. This is the sort of support I want to see at the 50 EMA. This is the sort of support I want to see. Without this, there's no point. This is the basis of my trading. Okay, I'm all about price recovering from the 50 EMA, because you'll understand the intention of the market maker. Notice how he brings price back down, brings it down, notable volume, breaks below the 50, triggers all the shorts to enter to go short at the 200 EMA, recovers the green vector candles, okay, and then moves away from that point. Could price come back down to this point? We will only know based on what she does at the 50 EMA. The 50 EMA is going to give us the signal. All right. If price continues higher, we should see these projection points for Ethereum. I'm waiting for the 800 EMA to take out the 2664. Oh, what's going on, man? I need to sort out this stream, man. It's depressing the hell out of me. How delayed it is. There we go. Price will need to come up to the 2672 first. We're not out of the woods yet, guys. Okay? Ethereum needs to come above the 800 EMA to grant that she's going to continue higher. All right? So we've got a lot of work to do. Can we capitalize on that move to that point? Of course we can. If you were to hypothetically place a trade on the basis that price is going to come back up to there, you're saying to me that if you were to enter now and price went all the way up there, you wouldn't be happy with that amount of money? Yeah? You need to have clear expectations of your ability as a trader. All right? Don't come in trying to focus on money. For all you new guys, do not be following this stream if you're trying to make money. Counterintuitive, isn't it? Yeah? I'll tell you why I say that. So, understand the following thing. Okay? The result of your ability to place correct trades is going to be determined by your understanding of what, or should I say, the importance of execution. I'm losing my words. Execution is critical. All right. You need to understand that it's not about making money. It's about the accuracy of an entry. Because there's only one thing that can happen. If your trade is correct, what is going to be the end result? Money. Yeah? You're not going to earn any brownie points. Broker's not going to contact you and say, well done, that trade was correct. You're going to earn money. Why? Because you're using capital. Yeah? When you put your money down at the right time, there's only one outcome. That means it's profitable. So, don't come to trading trying to make money. Come to trading to master the ability to trade, to learn the craft. Those of you who focus solely on money ain't going to make none of it. Okay? You're not going to make anything of it. You know why? Because you're going to be thinking emotionally. And it's hard. It's a hard truth to accept. And I'm sorry, I will not sugarcoat anything. This is the hardest, easiest way to make money. And if you can't put that in your mind and accept it, you're not going to take this game seriously enough. And I guarantee to you, the money that you put into trading is only going to go to the guys that have been following this stream for a long time. That is fact. Okay? That is fact. Now, if you are new, don't come with the idea of trying to make money. Try and keep in your mind the execution of your trade, of your entry. Because I promise you the money will follow, man. There's nothing else that can happen. If your trade is correct, you get paid on it. Focus on the percentage gain. Focus on the success of price coming away from the 50 EMA. See, this right now, a successful trade for me, and not even taking a trade, is knowing that price was going to recover this red vector candle. All right? And there are people that come to the streams that see this happening, and the joy that comes out of them when they say, yo, T, last night I was watching this red vector candle and I simply drew a line where I would hypothetically enter and price went in my favor and I didn't even make any money, but I understood why price was going to go back. That there is currency. Okay? Understanding the execution of this strategy. Because when you understand the concepts, then all that's left to do is to place a trade at the right time and get paid on it. You have to be obsessed with the idea of being accurate with your entries. They're not going to be perfect, but accurate. It's a big difference. You can't stay there. One thing as well, you can't be unemotional in this game. It's impossible. But if you approach it systematically and objectively, you maintain the emotions, right? You only start getting emotional when you start putting pressure on yourself to trade. For example, focusing on money. If you come to trading with the idea of you needing to survive, it's going to be a real difficult thing, okay? If you're going to try and use any money that you shouldn't be using in trading, that's going to be a bit of a problem, because when you enter into a position and it's not going in your favor, you're using that money to pay for something else. You've got no time for it to be going down against you. It needs to be in your favor. So there could be swings and roundabouts to that. All right. Will the survivalist mindset be sufficient enough for you to do well in this game? Well, you're not being held at a gunpoint. All right. And you shouldn't be in that position. Because if you're coming to trading with the intention of trying to make money because you need to pay for something, don't do it, man. Do not do it. All right? Start with an amount that you know that you can grow. Because if you can't manage a small amount of money, you ain't going to be able to manage a large amount of money. There are people that have started with £10 and they've moved it all the way to 1,000. It can be done. Remember, it's percentages and trade successions. That's all you're focusing on. All right? That's the key thing. Don't worry about likes, guys, man. Just listen to what I'm saying. All right? Listen to what I'm saying. Don't worry about the likes. I'm just glad you guys are here listening in. All right? You're giving me your time. I'm giving you mine. That's the fair exchange right here, guys. All right? Wherever you are, courtesy of Mike Dutch that we don't have 1080p. Blame Mike. But hey. Here we go. Red vector candle Ethereum has been pretty much recovered. Happy days. Go in the previous streams in order to understand why that candle gets recovered. All right. Bitcoin slowly trying to come up and recover this candle. It's got the 800 EMA in sight, but the difference with Ethereum is there's nothing in sight for Ethereum other than the 800 EMA. Bitcoin has got a lot of work to do. She's got to break the 800, okay, and she needs to break this previous zone up here. Ethereum doesn't really have much to recover, all right? She's above the 50 EMA. She's above the 200 EMA. The price is now closing above the 13 and the 5, but the 5 needs to cross above the 13, all right, for momentum to favor higher prices. We can see that price is now outside the volatility band, back in, outside again of the volatility band, but it's now coming back in. We are now waiting for this W formation on the RSI to move price back up to the market base, continuation to the upside to the volatility band. Happy days. All right. What percentage does a successful scalper make? One of the guys that became a millionaire. That's how it is. One of the guys who became $1 million trader from this strategy was a scalper. So why would you be concerned about the percentage rate return of a scalper? That shouldn't matter, because you may not be able to mimic that. There's no such thing as a consistent rate of win as a scalper. Every person's different. Every person's conception of value is different. So if I were to say to you 2%, you'd be like, well, what the hell's 2%? Well, 2% on 100 grand, 2% on 10, 300,000, 400,000, a million. Yeah. It's going to be different. You're not going to have a correct figure. All right. So what you really should say is, what kind of trading personality would be flexible for me? What would I be happy with? What win rate would be good for me? Okay. Look at it in succession of trades. The key concept, sample size. You need sample size to determine whether or not you are a trader, scalper, sorry, or a swing trader. Don't come to scalping and thinking that 10 trades in and you've won all 10 trades, okay? And you say, right, okay, I'm going to stick to scalping, and then 5 trades after you lose and you say, that's it, I'm not going to do anymore because I've lost 5 trades. A sample size of 15 trades as a scalper is nothing. All right? As a swing trader, 15 trades, that is a decent sample size to start off, because a swing trader doesn't really place many trades. All right? If he places 1 trade a day, it's going to take him 15 days to establish his sample size. But as a scalper, you really want to be hitting like 200-300 trades before you even consider where you are as a scalper. All right? So, I'm going to give you the breakdown right now, because I think it's time that I let you guys continue about your evenings. I don't want to keep these streams too long, because I know people haven't got the time to sit and watch them. So I keep them short and sweet. But I want to thank everybody who's passed through. All right. I want to thank you for anyone that subscribed. Mad love to all of you guys. And anybody new, welcome to the Traders Reality. Make sure you get yourself over to the Discord as well. If you want this platform, you can get all the links in the description. Happy days. It's free of charge, so don't need to worry about paying anything. Okay. But come join the Traders Reality community, man. The community is solid. All right. Everybody helps everyone, and everyone, it's just a lovely place to be. All right. Don't worry if you're coming in asking questions and not understanding anything. There are many people in there that will want to apply their understanding of this strategy and help you out. So mad respect to all you people that are like that. Okay. But let me break down the levels for you one more time, and then I'll let you guys be. Okay. So here we go. Ethereum, recovery of the red vector candle. We are still in level 2. Level 2, in order for that to be confirmed, price needs to come up and break out of this zone. While she's doing that, she's hitting a projection zone as well. Okay, so notice how the key areas where price breaks away from is a liquidity pool. It's a projection point. All right, but also at the same token, when price does break this area, we do see retraces, so be mindful of that. Price is actually now holding the M2 pivot point. When we see the M2 pivot point, we understand the M2 equals the M4 zone, which is in confluence with the 800 EMA and the liquidity pool in and around this zone. So we're projecting that if Ethereum continues higher, she will come up to this point right there. Okay, but we need to see a clear-cut break away from this point. If Ethereum breaks above this zone on a vector candle, wait for the confirmation. That's the confirmation candle after it. Look what happened here. Vector candle to the highs. Next candle doesn't confirm it. It drops. Look at this candle right here. Vector candle here. This candle confirms it. Moves higher. Okay. Vector candle here. Moves higher. Comes back. No confirmation. Drops. Vector candle. Confirmation. Moves higher. Confirmation candle. Comes up. Comes down. Stabilizes. Moves up again. So you could still capitalize on that, but you would have understood that you would have actually got yourself a massive move to the upside, so it was bound to break down. And then you have this candle right here. Okay? So that's Ethereum. She has pretty much recovered the vector candle. You've seen it with your bare eyes since the start of the stream. This is what we were waiting for. Bitcoin, same story. She will look to recover this vector candle, break above the 800 EMA. I am anticipating Bitcoin to come into this projection point, which will lead us to the 42 mark. We'll see what news may come out in Asia and what will influence price to go up into that point. We must be mindful though. A breakdown of the 50 EMA will see price come down to this point here before it retraces back to test the 50 and then try and make a continuation back down to the 200 EMA. That's only on the basis that price does break below the 50 EMA on the 1 hour time frame. All right. XRP, on the other hand, I haven't really paid attention to her. She ain't doing much, but she's looking and recovering the red vector candle right there. So happy days for that. That's wonderful. Nice little W formation coming into play right there. RSI, W formation, outside the volatility band, back inside. Man, I do sound like a horse racing commentator, man. I need to do football. For my guys who do trade Forex and gold, look what gold did, guys. Look what gold did. She hit the projection zone. How beautiful was that? If you've been watching the streams, we've been waiting for this point. She took out that projection point. Happy days. I'm still waiting for this projection zone to come out into play as well. 1823 is where I'm waiting for price to go next. Flip over to the dollar yen. Dollar yen is performing exactly the way we need her to perform. Currently in a long with dollar yen, rising up. I'm waiting for the 110 mark to be taken to 392. A level 2 rise, still got another rise to the upside, so the longer term of this move is going to take me to 110.88. Okay, other than that, guys, go and enjoy yourselves. Make sure you subscribe to the projections channel. Okay, I update that on Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday and Friday where possible. Okay, it's 8 to 10 minute videos understanding the key concepts discussed in this live. Okay, and I do it every single morning before the market opens in London, or it's between 8:30 and 9:30 in the morning GMT. Other than that, guys, so much love and respect to all of you. Patreons, I hope you've had a wonderful day. Patreons got themselves 47 video updates today, and we did the stream this afternoon, well, about an hour ago. So that was good fun. So I'm going to be doing that more often. But just remember, guys, trade safe. Don't put too much pressure on yourselves to trade, guys. All right. Remember, until they get rid of fear and greed, the market will always be present. There will always be another opportunity. Trade light, have a bigger sample size, focus on accuracy, and you know what's going to come with that. Money. So many other things need to happen before the money comes. All right. Don't do it in reverse. All right. Mad respect to all of you. All right. Enough love. And I will be seeing you guys tomorrow. Take care. Peace.